Okay, let's get started learning the American T sound changes. These are really fundamental to the American dialect, so they'll make a great difference in your pronunciation. First, I want to just go through the words in the diagram, repeat, and listen to the different sounds. Time, fact, adventure, vacation, strategy, data, battle, quarter, attempt, strategic. Okay, now let's go through each of these sounds one by one and understand when and how to create the sound. The first one is the regular T. This is the somewhat breathy T sound. We use this sound when T is the first letter in a word or when it's next to a consonant, such as the spellings CT or ST. Time, fact. Another thing that happens is when we have the spelling TU, we sometimes change this to a ch sound. We say adventure or nature. Another very common one, which you probably already know, is that TI often sounds like sh, especially in suffixes like shun in vacation. Now the next one is the one that's most important. This is that Americans change T into a light D sound when it comes between two vowel sounds. Sounds, not spellings. So you have to be careful of those silent letters throughout the English language. When it comes between two vowel sounds. Strategy, data. A couple of extra rules that go along with this. The spellings TTLE, so vowel, TTLE, and vowel RT, vowel. With these spellings, we also change T into D. That spelling LE really sounds like ul. That's why it's natural for us to say battle or bottle, my bottle of water. And the same thing happens in words like quarter or shorter. But ultimately it's unnatural for us to use this T as a D when T is on the stress in a word. So we do say attempt, strategic. Okay, now you've learned the basic rules. I'm going to go through 3 questions that my students often ask. Number 1, is changing T to a D casual? The answer is no. It is fundamental to the American dialect, which means that public speakers, everyone on TV, basically, will change T into a D. It's just our dialect, and in fact, if we speak T as a T in words like water, if we say water, it sounds a bit British to us. It sounds sort of wrong, because we're not supposed to sound British. So it really is just part of our dialect, not casual at all. Now the second question people often ask me is, well, I already have an accent, so will people understand me if I change T into a D? And the answer here is yes. And this is partly for the same reason I just mentioned. It's part of our dialect. So this is the sound we expect. When we see the word water, we expect that D sound in the middle. One extra note though, this is an unconscious sound for us, meaning that when we're going to school, when we're little kids, when we're going to school, we're taught that T sounds like T. But we also hear everyone around us, and we learn to speak it as D in these places. So it's kind of unconscious, meaning that if you talk to an American about this, you might even have to explain it because the person might not realize. So, but it is unconscious and really expected. People will understand you if you speak this way, and you will also sound more casual and more fluent. Now, the third question people often ask is this a true D? Can I say, is it a strong D? Can I say something like D? So the answer here is no. The American D sound isn't too strong anyway. And this sound is a little bit of a balance between strong and soft. So this one is incorrect. D. This one too is incorrect. D. This is correct. D. So you have to find that balance, that place in between the strong and soft. Okay, that completes this introduction to the American T sounds.